When I started making music when I was young, I didn't really expect that or sign up for that. Like, I just loved music. I didn't know it had to be a game. I didn't know people were gonna try to pit me against people I love. I didn't know that, it was gonna do such strange things. And I think I was very young and processing all of that. I kind of married that to music in my head for a while. I was like, oh, well, I can't continue doing that. Showcasing both sides of it is kind of what I tried my very best to balance in the music is, this feeling can be true and this feeling can also be true simultaneously. And I think that's something that we can ignore sometimes. I kind of learned that I wasn't really listening to myself in a lot of areas where I could have been. It's like my nervous system was screaming at me to make certain changes for a long time, but I think I was kind of a person who wasn't listening. I don't know, I tried to listen to it more. That's mainly what I mean.
Yeah.
Like for me, I was like, oh, I'm not listening to myself. I need to start listening to why am I doing this? It's not protective to ignore these feelings. It's actually counterproductive. It's actually more harmful to not. In art, in human connection, in the people I love, in laughter and creating something you're proud of. There's so much. Today I'll say, definitely I'll focus it on the art. There's so much magic in art. The only possible way to survive is with gratitude, is to stay rooted in gratitude and sort of be thankful every day for everything that's so easily taken away. And it's so easy to get wrapped up in negativity or what, challenges are here in the day. So many people can relate to knowing that something isn't right, but loving so much and wanting to stay and wanting to figure it out, and that cycle that can happen in the film. I think that's why the film is so beloved, is because so many people can relate to it. And I think it kind of fell into place that these songs had little tidbits of that theme. I was really young. I'm a massive Jim Carrey fan. I don't know if you know this, but my first screen name was Jim Carrey Fan 42. So I was definitely very young.
Yeah.
It's always been a favorite of mine.
What's it been like meeting him?
Thrilling. He's even better. You know how sometimes you get nervous to meet your people because you never know how they're gonna be and it's very scary? He couldn't be better. I love him so much more after meeting him and working with him on Kidding.
What's Max Martin like? I just want to meet him.
He's
like the biggest mystery, the most successful pop producer.
He just turned into an absolute child. That's my favorite thing.
Just want to meet
What's
him.
Max Martin like? No, he's the best person in the world. I think who he is who he is as a human being, and the fact that like his success and all that he's done hasn't at all inflated his ego or his humanness. Like, he's just the coolest guy ever. He's so nice. He's kind to every single person he encounters.
And he's nurturing in the studio. Like, how does he get
So
the truth?
nurturing.
Like, how does he get those performances and that truth out and yet make it feel like it's my life?
He's very thoughtful when it comes to things like that, because usually I'll go too far. Like, I'll be way too, I like to write like no one's ever gonna hear it, ever. And then sometimes I want to dial it back or change things or redo things. And he's got such an amazing ability to ride that balance and know what people need to hear and what I need to say too. Like, he'll stand up for me. He'll be like, no, you deserve to